Well, hello everyone. This is Chrystal Lynn, astrologer, coming to you from Southern California. Just wanted to say hello and good morning. I want to see how everybody is doing on this amazing total lunar eclipse. Yes, we are. We're in the middle of an amazing moment. It's also called, we're also having a full moon, which is also referred to as the super blue blood moon. And this moon is in Leo. Okay, right now as we speak, it's conjunct the North Node in Leo. All right, there's some really intense stuff going on right now. And I thought maybe I'd take a few minutes and talk about it. Pull my chart back up here and see how you guys are doing. The last couple of videos I did, I really got some amazing response in regards to everybody going through the same really intense transition. And I want to talk a little bit more about that today. Gosh, there's so much going on in the astrology right now that it's very high vibrational, which is why it's kind of hard for me to get out. I'm feeling this heavy Aquarius energy right now. We have the sun in Aquarius. We have Mercury has just moved into Aquarius today at 0 degrees, no wonder. And Venus is in Aquarius, okay? And also the South Node is in Aquarius. Now, trying to pin down the energy of Aquarius is really hard, but if we could just kind of, bring to the forefront some basic things about Aquarius. One, it rules the airwaves, which is interesting because, the airwaves is like what I'm doing right now. I'm giving a message through the airwaves, through like radio. This is more of a podcast. I had some problems with my video. And then at the same time, to be honest, when you get on camera in a YouTube type setting, there's times it's kind of fun and you get ready and you get geared up and you want to make that connection. But it's a whole nother dimension of having to focus on this other side of what, of our presentation and, what our expectations are and the pressures we put upon ourselves. So being able to eliminate that at the moment and come on and just talk straight to you without all that other pressure, I think is really powerful. And that represents Aquarius. Aquarius is not necessarily interested in how, what we look like. And, they're interested in the message going out. It is the water bearer. So it's this need to give water to everybody. And so right now, we're going through these intense vibrational shifts. Aquarius is very, very high vibrational. So here's where you kind of open and start thinking about things like, gosh, I wonder if there really are aliens, and what are my belief systems? And I got on some YouTube channel, going into just some weird theories of the new heaven, the new earth, what the Bible teaches, the all the prophecies, you kind of get into that kind of thinking. That's very Aquarius. The science, is there a science in it? Trying to prove it. And so it's taking metaphysical ideas and theories and then trying to actually prove them. So it really shifts your thinking. This is also a time, we can really cross over on a different dimension. And that's where I think, a lot of us this summer, going back to the last eclipse patterns we had, okay, this is a culmination now. This is finishing what was started in the summer. But I got a lot of messages of people saying, I've been depressed. I don't care about making money. I just had a breakdown. Thank you for sharing about it. And, it's been hard for me to share about it too, because it's like, it's when you actually don't feel in control, for many of us, But then it's so amazing because when you let go and you let the pieces fall where they're going to fall, and you start letting go of old conditions. See, that's Saturn in Capricorn right now, breaking down old conditions in our minds. And for many of us, and I love to talk about my generation, Pluto and Virgo generation, we were born with a lot of shame and a lot of guilt. That's what motivated us, and fear. That's what we were taught. We were taught the rules, and how to live within those rules. And so those rules aren't working anymore. Beating ourselves up, shaming ourselves, thinking about the past, dwelling on all of our lives and what happened. And this said this, and I should have said that, and I should have done it this way. And we live in the past, and we're not even seeing what's coming because it's so foreign to us. And I think that's where a lot of people, some people call it the, kind of that dark soul of the night period, where you're in between these huge identities. It's like leaving the past behind, but then taking with the past all the amazing lessons. And not looking back anymore at the past, letting it go, breaking that cycle of karma and that baggage. Because this new energy coming in, and especially as we're in Aquarius right now, Aquarius season, we can talk about this, is a totally higher vibration. And it's why we see people going back to, the earth when it comes to eating and medicine, and going even almost to liquid diets and getting away from eating meat and caring about, the trees and the plants and our earth. There's a lot of underground, even medical teams coming together, looking at things from a, healing perspective. And so we're only told because, we have the influence of the media. We're only seeing a certain picture. And I think, I've had just kind of a whole, social media just needed to take a break. It's like you get conditioned to get on, and, and are you important today, and to get enough likes today, and all of that stuff that's been happening to us all, and seeing what someone else is doing and judging and being irritated, and not seeing each other anymore as human beings. We're losing that, but that is part of Aquarius, is having a more, psychically spiritual relationships with people through the airwaves. So we've been inundated with the first huge wave of it with Facebook starting, and it's funny because I don't know about you guys, but I can almost hardly even go on Facebook. I don't know why. It just has such a drained energy to me. And these are things that are starting to make us feel like, what's wrong with us? I must be depressed. I must be, I don't like all these things. And these things that I used to have in my life just aren't important to me anymore. And you know what? Sometimes it's supposed to come to that. We look at everything as a dysfunction if we're not living at, at 10 every day. That's not how the universe works. It takes us down deep and shows us, more spiritual things, and then it brings us back up, and then it has us, deal with living in the world. And, it's very complicated. And since we're so vulnerable through social media, because we put our lives out there, put our pictures out there, we feel good, just that feeling, any of that energy that's coming through back at you, you're feeling good or bad, you're feeling it. And, I think it's really just wiped us all out. And so for many of us who are trying to back off, it's like, okay, what do we do now? Well, it's like coming off of a drug. Social media is very highly stimulated, and it stimulates our endorphins and our anger, and it triggers us, trigger. And so we're not resting. And then it's like, what are we really being triggered by? Like, is it even real? And so we're really kind of, we've gone through this stage, and I think for a lot of people, it's just major burnout on even having so much electronics, like, with your hands on the keys and, the mouse, and you're looking at all these vibrational things coming through and you're feeling things. Come on. We have to look at, we can create what works for us. That's the beauty of Aquarius. I'm kind of really stuck on this Aquarius energy right now. But it's teaching us also that, you know, that energy is all about really manifesting and really believing, and through our minds and through our creativity, and taking the time to quiet down, giving ourselves permission, to spend a couple hours just sitting outside a minute and allowing, the new energy to come in, the new ideas to come in for the future, for each one of us individually. Don't look back and say, oh, I was trying to do all this, and I tried to make a blog, and I tried to do this, and I tried to do that, and it just didn't work. You know what? There's a new level of energy coming. It may have been the training grounds. Like, my whole YouTube channel has been the training grounds for, what I want to do with astrology in the future. And I just kind of built that, just, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, the vault, you know what I mean? So that I could go back and I'd have these different things to look at for my future and maybe utilize. So I'm grateful I did it. But is anything really, happening right now? It's like, no, I'm Saturn in Capricorn has us all going back and looking at our structures, looking at what's important. Okay. And you're going to see a lot more people that come into your life that are older people, wiser people, your old guru friends. Maybe you find somebody even on, YouTube that, they have a really good teaching, and they're an older person, and you're learning some, different perspectives, and you're just really craving, to really only be around the things that are really important to you, really evaluating that. We don't have the energy anymore to do what we used to do, and our lives are, in a very different place. Now, with the moon and the North Node in Leo, okay, now this really opens the door for us to go, all right, individually, can we be special? Is it still okay to feel special? Are we special? Are we important? Does everybody have something to offer, to shine in their little realm of influence? Yes. Now, Leo energy can get very competitive as well. We've already seen that the last 5-7 years. Just this craze, this with the narcissistic flavor in the background. I think we're coming out of that now. A lot of things have been exposed. A lot of things have been blown up and exposed, good, bad, or indifferent. And I think that for a lot of us going through some intense times, we've been going through the Neptune purge, Neptune Chiron purge the last 6 months. We're just now moving forward. Mars has just moved into Sagittarius. I'm really excited about that. We needed some warmth. We needed some fire. We've been through some heavy Scorpio stuff. We still have Jupiter in Scorpio. So gosh, you guys, we're going through some real intense shifts, changing our, letting go of old karma. I mean, that word really is very simple. It's the cycle we get on. It's the basic concept is what you do is what you get back. What you say out in the universe is what comes back to you, And so I think we're all really learning that, that really is, maybe there's some truth to that. We might want to, really pay attention to where we put our energy. We want to move away, because in the new age of Aquarius, it's not about karma anymore. It's about really living as light beings. And our bodies our spirits are transitioning to that new age, but our bodies are still really heavy and on this earth. And so this is real serious that we, take care of our bodies and move into a more high vibrational place, getting active, all those things we've been told, exercise, eat right, all of those things, drink water. Well, it's just never going to be more important than right now because our bodies are really going through it. And and I'm guilty of this, of just, I go through ups and downs myself, like take really good care of myself and then I don't. And, so it's like, this is really serious if I'm going to be able to really, allow myself to grow into this new stage. So, in Aquarius, everybody is special. And so with the North Node in Leo and the moon there right now full, it's all of us really being okay, to quit beating ourselves up, to quit putting ourselves down, to quit, telling the same old story and write a new story, write a new script. I mean, it's hard, but a lot of, if we can just accept that we're moving into a whole new way of thinking in life, and that some of us have been grieving the death of our own old lives and just the habit of replaying the same story. And like, now what do we do? A lot of us don't move forward because, we, we don't know what's ahead, but we know the old story. But the old story is just getting old. And we want to be able, when you let it go, then you're able to look at the old story with new eyes a little later. So I don't know. I'm just excited right now. I'm actually feeling good. I'm just thinking about the future, just kind of manifesting, seeing myself like what would really make me happy? What would really be what I want to do? Not what I see everybody else doing, or, what do I really want my life to be, and what is really important to me, and allowing myself to have like this really amazing quiet time. It's like for the first time, I finally have that. And I was really afraid of it at first, like not keeping my mind constantly distracted, but when I got off social media for a while, and I just started rebonding with the earth, with my life, with reality, and with the reality I want to have happen, not the one that's being fed to me every day. And so it's kind of cool. I don't know. It's just been a process, and I'm just keep making those changes, those positive changes. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's time that we do have to start letting go and really ask yourself, those conditions that play in your mind, are they working for you? Those old conditions, those old voices, is it working for you? So I say to myself, can we see it in a new light? Can we free ourselves from that? That's what our mission is on earth, is to, kind of take these storylines that maybe we were, that they're in our DNA, and show that we can master them and we can come out on the other side. So that's my hope. I'm feeling good. I hope you guys are feeling good. I would really, really love it if you guys, let me know where you are right now. I go out on the YouTube community right now and just other places, and I'm kind of, now that I'm coming back, it's like there's 2-hour, streamings, and that seems so long to me, but I've watched some of them. But, and what do you guys need out there right now? Where are you guys at? What are you looking for? I mean, we've all been so ensconced in astrology and different videos. Where are you guys at? What would be helpful to you? Because I'm kind of, my creativity is kind of coming back, and this is part of how I express it. And, I kind of want to know. I have some ideas, but I really want to hear from you, because I'm kind of lost out here too still. So I will talk to you guys soon. You guys can check me out, Cowgirl Astrologer, if you're looking for a reading. I have several different options. I customize them for you. So get in touch with me and let's do a reading. And have a great day. Talk to you later.